Were you eating the bird food? Huh? You're not a bird. Welcome back to Dixon Does It. I'm a little bit dirty because I've been working on a project. I'm actually going to start. This will be part one, maybe? Yeah, I'm definitely not getting it done today. But we're going to build a library. And a library is just the shelves with books on it. So let me go show you what I'm talking about. So if you guys have watched before, you know that we have two front rooms. This one, which is lived in, you know, stuff like that. And it's done. And then this one, which, you know, is started. But we've got this blank wall right here that you really can't do anything with. So what Lady Dixon wants to do is put shelves and turn this into like a library. And then we've already got that built in, and then over here where this door to nowhere goes, we're gonna put an electric fireplace and then have the rest of the door just like a decoration or whatnot, you know. Then on the other side of the door, I'm just gonna brick it up. Done. Yes, I have no air conditioning, so this here, if you don't have air conditioning, you can always get one and block off a room or two and you'd be good to go. So what do I need to do first? I need to move things out of the way for this wall, namely that big hunk of metal there, and I'll show you. This radiator's in the way. Do I need the radiator there to heat this room this winter? Probably not, because in the bathroom I installed that one, so, and it's kind of oversized for this room, but that wall, there's three walls that are basically outside walls right now. But whatever heat's in there is going to be coming this way. That heat does not need to be going that way. So let's go rip this sucker out. First things first, the whole system's got water in it, so it's got to go. Luckily, I got the dehumidifier here. I can just unplug it, plug that into there, let the water go, make sure the water's off, you know, and that goes right to the sump pump. So let's get this drained. So in order for the water to come out, air has to get in to replace it, or else we're just going to have water inside there. Yeah, the pressure came out and maybe some air might get in there, but the best way to do it is to open up the radiators. I'll show you that in a second. But the upstairs, we're not working on that, so why let all that water out? I've got the upstairs and I got the downstairs. So if I can turn the upstairs off, we'll leave all the water in there, then it won't come down on us when we're trying to work on this. So I'm going to turn that off. So here's our radiator. This is a radiator key. It's got a flat head and it's got a little square opening, because on here is where you let the air out. And the little square goes in there, you just open it up. Now I can hear the air going in, which means the air is going in here, the water's going down into the pipes, going into the hose, and going into the sump pump. So all of these radiators have air in them, or water. We're just going to open them all up. For more information on radiators and how to get the air in and out, I have a video on that. I'm not making a link in the description. You guys are smart enough to know how to look at all my videos. Yeah, it's draining. Okay, that's good. So while I was down here, I cleaned the boiler, which entailed opening that big black, like just opens like a gate, and you can see inside where the oil spits in and burns. I vacuumed it all out, took a brush, opened up some of the ports. I didn't like the fact that I had my damper, which lets fresh air in. Okay, so I'll explain what this does. First, I had it down here. What this does is all this hot gases comes out and up into the chimney. So because these are hot, it's too hot, and hot air rises, so it just goes really fast. Well, you don't want it to go really fast because then it's going to pull the heat out of here before the heat gets into the water inside, you know, your pipes and everything. It's just going to get sucked out. You don't want it to suck out, so you want to cool that air down going up the chimney just enough so you get one of these barometric dampers, and it opens up and lets some basement air in, cools the air off, and now the bad gases are still going up and out, but not fast. So the water the water can soak in the heat and it doesn't disappear. What I had was this, and this switched. So this was down here, and it was, because it was closer to the boiler, it was slamming shut when the boiler would turn off. Bang! So I moved it up here. Hopefully that'll stop the slamming. The slamming's not really an issue, it's an annoyance, but this doojobby right here you can loosen, and that's how you adjust it to how you want this to open. And if it keeps slamming, then this becomes a little loose. This little weight here becomes loose, it moves, and then this thing either opens up all the way or doesn't open at all, and then that'll cause an issue. So it will cause an issue with the slamming, so hopefully I've remedied it. If you're ever gonna work on your boiler, shut the power off to it. If you don't have a switch, mine's back right there, then you go to the breaker panel and shut that off, and there's got to be a light somewhere on this doohickey that's going to shut off. That way you don't have power. You don't want this turning on accident with no water in it. You'll just make a bomb. Bombs are not cool. All right, so that's what else I did, because I have to, while I was here, might as well do it type things. So our radiator upstairs is a monoflow, so it comes off here, goes into the radiator, heats up the radiator, then the water comes back down and keeps going. So all we have to do is either cut this and cap it off, this too, cut it and cap it off, or if we can't get it to come off, then we're definitely gonna have to cut it, because these things never move. What I don't like about working on old pipes, and what happened the last time I tried breaking one off, was it actually broke, and I had to buy an upgraded copper one and do all that. So hopefully I can get this done before it gets cold out, even though it's 90 degrees outside. You know, I'm lazy, you know, so I gotta do things super early, because I'm probably gonna not get back to it for a couple days. I'm talking too much. Let me get back to work. No more water coming out of there, so let's go disconnect that. So here's your angle valves, and basically you've got this piece goes onto there, and then just fills on there. And then we'll take the other side off. You know, sometimes these are just a pain in the head. But luckily, everyone that I've taken off of in my house come off pretty easily. At work, sometimes we're doing the heat and beat solution, you know, just like heat it up and completely destroy it to put on the new one. But that's about it. And then you can just move this sucker. See if I can. See, now we're disconnected, so we'll go on. Well, maybe I'll try to turn it from up here. See if I can move this. So all these work is, there's a little like female chamfered edge here, and then on here there's a like a male flared edge, and then they just fit together, and then when you thread these on, it pulls this super tight. And they're brass, so it's a soft metal. It'll conform to itself and, you know, make a nice tight seal. No need for rubber O-rings or anything like that. But now over here we've got this pipe, which downstairs will just pull it under. I'm going to take that one off over there and I'll meet you downstairs. I want to apologize for teaching you how to do things the wrong way. I just took that wrench and I just... if you don't have a backup wrench on the other pipe behind it, you could just break it off, or, you know, make things move down in the basement that you don't want to. But this stuff's pretty old, and if it broke, then it was going to break eventually. That means it was compromised at some point for some reason, and I would have just replaced it. But I'm here to cut things out, so if it would have broke, it would have broke. I didn't care. But always use a backup wrench. All right, so now I got to take these pipes out. Okay. So like I said, these are our pipes that went up to the radiator, going in, coming back. And I went to go pull on them. I realized there's nothing holding this up. These pipes were holding it up. So I'm going to strap these up real quick. And it's gone. Well, it's not gone. You guys see it. There it is. Anyways, there are going to be 2 holes here, but when I lifted this, it wasn't nice floor like that. I lifted it up, and there's like peel and stick kitchen tiles here, and they look to be 9x9, so I'm hoping they're not the asbestos kind. Even if they are, I'm not going to cut them up. I'll scrape them up. But yeah, and then we can get some nice flooring in here. But talking about the floor, that's the next project. Stay tuned. This is part 1 of the library, and just moving that. This is going to take a lot of work, guys. I also want to apologize for not wearing glasses when I was cutting those pipes, because that hot metal was coming down and burning my arm. I don't know if you saw that I was looking away like this. That's I could not find my safety glasses move, but usually I would wear them. Usually, the parts were free. I mean, this is my job. I did not take them from work. It's old stock from other people's gas lines and stuff. So I mean, it's either throw it in the dumpster or, you know, throw it in my house. So that's that for me. I mean, there's a side project that I'm going to do, because now I have the boiler down, and that'll be a next video. And I'm talking again too much. Subscribe, and I don't post a lot of videos, so if you're subscribed, it'll come up on your feed. If you don't really watch YouTube but you like watching my videos, there's a little bell icon, the ringy dingy, you know, and it'll like email you and tell you that I did something. But if you didn't hit the bell and you're still getting emails saying that I posted a video and it's annoying you, that's not me. That's YouTube doing that, not me. Yeah, so don't shoot the messenger. Dixon, peace out.